So all my really good games happen when I'm not recording. So this is a game against some sort of dark, like, quick synchro deck. And I'm just using Twilight Drags. And I'm talking to my friend, and I'm like, I need a way to get over Beals, a better way than just Michael and Dark End Dragon. I can summon Dark End Dragon with Shrag or Dark Flare Dragon. And he's like, Beals is irrelevant, don't worry about Beals. And first turn, this dude drops up Beals, so I'm like, okay, well I do have the materials for a Michael, but he gets out the safe zone, so I have to destroy safe zone before destroying Beals. And actually on this turn, I was thinking how I could possibly get rid of this and Beals in one turn, and I ended up running out of time, so now I was stuck with a Raiden and a Lumina. But I guess it's okay, because I mill a bunch of cards? No, it just wasn't okay, because I could have that thing gone, and I could do something about this Beals, maybe. Next turn, I draw into Monster Reincarnation, so I'm like, okay, I could go for my Michael. This could have been my second Michael, and I could have got this Beals off the field, but I expended my time constraints, so I get Michael now, I go to Safe Zone, and I summon Redox just for A, getting this Eclipse Wyvern to get me Judgment Dragon, B, as defense, because Beals can't hit over Redox. So it works out pretty good. I get his Dark Grepher Engrave, mill 3, and I mill another Eclipse Wyvern, so I get a JD just prepared for me to take. He ends up Dark Holing, so my Redox defense was all for nothing. I use Michael's effects, blah blah blah. He attacks me straight with Beals, I just Gardna. Everything's okay. But what's not okay is this card he set right here, which I had no idea what it was, so I was like, yeah, I'll just pop it. Since he hasn't used this card yet, I'll just pop this one. Ends up being Burial from a different dimension, puts that Judgment Dragon that I had ready to go, puts it back in the grave, so now it's just dead. And right here, for this reasoning, I called out 2, because I saw Krebons, and I saw a bunch of dark stuff happening, so I was like, okay, Krebons, Plague Spreader, that's probably my best choice. So I chose 2. It ends up being an Armageddon Knight, so that was all kinds of horrible. He dumps a Plague Spreader, uses Malicious effect to get him on the field, uses Plague Spreader's effect, so now he can go for another 8, and I'm thinking, okay, Crimson Blader, Stardust Dragon, anything, Scrap Dragon? No, he goes for a second Beals. So now I'm just about shitting my pants, because I don't know how I'm going to get over 2 Beals. Since I only have 1 Michael, I'll have to recycle one of them with the other Michael. So right here I just set Card Trooper to get the draw when it's destroyed, and I get Redox just as big defense. So I get my draw, and it's a Light Pulsar Dragon. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can do something. I get Solar Recharge, I dump Wolf instead of Minerva, because Minerva's a way I can get Dark End Dragon to get rid of Beals. So I dump Wolf, because Wolf is just dead in hand. I end up getting a second Light Pulsar Dragon. I'll just summon them both, so I can get the 2 Dark Flares in my grave back to the field next turn, or the turn that he destroys them. Hopefully they'll stay, and I can drop Minerva and get a Dark End Dragon out in the field. I also end up going for Redox, so it's just big dick defense. And guess what he does? He ends up, Black Rose Dragoning. So I get my 2 Dark Flares, but they're just going to die from these 2 Beals. So now I really don't know what to do. I'm hoping for this next draw to be something useful, and turns out it's a Raiden, so I'm like, okay, I can go for a Michael, and I can get rid of a Beals, and now I'm just like, well, 1 Beals down. Yeah, I don't know what to do about the other one. I mill the Eclipse Wyvern, and I see that Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon is still in my deck, so I'm like, wow. I got this. What's going to happen is I banish him, he's going to kill Michael, and I'm going to target every single Lightsworn in my graveyard to gain 3,600 life points, and I think that was it, actually, just gain 3,600 life points. And now on my turn, my draw is irrelevant. On my turn, I can get Redox, banish Wyvern, use Wyvern to get Red Eyes, summon Red Eyes, use Red Eyes to get Michael, get rid of Beals, drop Raiden, and attack for game. And I'm like, okay, no Battle Fader, no anything. And I won. I pulled this game straight out of my ass. If you noticed, all this was like a perfect 4 game even without this 200 attack, because the last person to attack right now is Red Eyes, and he's got 26, so even if he didn't have his 200, that would be perfect for game.